Hello, welcome all my beautiful vibrant souls to today's pick a card reading. This is a juicy one. Had to sip my tea for the tea, which is, what do they think is happening? So whoever it is that you've got in mind, this is taking a look at what do they think is going on in this situation, how they are perceiving you in this situation, how they kind of see themselves. I'm going to be checking in with your energy as well as pulling a kind of card from your guides about the spiritual reality of whatever's going on here. So got a lot of good stuff to get into today. As always, consume tarot kind of at your discretion. Sometimes it's really important in our healing process to try to separate ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, as well as physically, from people who are detracting from our healing process. And it's important to honor our needs in any given moment. So take a minute if you need to check in with yourself before picking a group or before watching this reading to see if this is going to be the best fit for you for right now, okay? So with that, as seen in the thumbnail, but I'll show you again, we have group 1 with this plum blossom tourmaline. We have group 2 with this stone that I can't remember the name of, but my God, she's beautiful. Sorry guys, I'm still learning crystals. Thank you for being patient with me. And then group 3 with this little hunk of, I believe, carnelian. So take your time. Pause the video if need be, meditate, contemplate on your options. When you have picked one that best resonates with your energy, I have to burp. Excuse me. Best resonates with your energy, head down to the timestamps in the description box below, and that will bring you to your selected option. So with that, I'm going to start with group 1. Move that over. Way over here. Way over here. I made a mess. Okay. Hi, group 1. Okay, so you guys picked the plum blossom tourmaline. There we go. I'm mostly waving it around so when I go to do the timestamps and I'm looking for where it is, I can find it easy. It's over here, Sanaza. So I'm picking up this very emotionally mature energy coming off you guys. I feel like you've tried to be mature in the situation. The person you're dealing with may not have been being as mature. But they are trying. They are trying. I feel like this person may have a hard time controlling what they say or controlling their temper, because I'm seeing somebody being like they're really trying hard. You may also, this person may have tested your patience as well, but I feel like you are a much older soul than them. I feel like you are more mature than them. It is generally not as significant a struggle, if a struggle at all, for you to keep your cool in this situation with this person and like your discussions and your exchanges. So I'm going to I want to pull one of your oracle cards for kind of what's going on here, and then some tarot. I want to look at the situation and we'll go from there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. We have turquoise and perseverance with the earth element, 12 reducing to a 3. So you could be an earth sign, particularly strong Capricorn. They could be an earth sign. Again, there's a sense here of you might be sort of older than them or offering them some type of wisdom. Pardon my itchy nose. You've had to show perseverance with them. You've had to guide them, I feel. This might be something where you're trying to get somebody to be more committed or more stable and consistent with something, and they're kind of fighting you a lot. What is the situation? The Tower. This feels like a power struggle that has caused or is causing a breakdown. The Tower is Mars energy, so you could be dealing with especially an Aries or a Scorpio. The 9 of Wands, yeah, this is something where this is the wounded warrior. It's like you've had to fight with this person so much. In this deck, the wand suit is all like cleaning instruments, so it's like you've had to clean up this person's messes maybe a lot, or this person always runs to you when they have a problem. It's like that you help them kind of clean up a lot. And I feel like you're not angry with them for the most part. Maybe you're frustrated, but like it's, in the grand scheme of when it comes to this person, at the very least, I feel like it takes a lot for you to ultimately walk away. Some of you might be getting pushed to that point. It's not even, I don't feel a lot of anger. I feel pushed to this point of wondering if this is as far as you're going to get with this person. This could be, honestly, even for some of you, somebody you're mentoring, either officially or unofficially. This is kind of that question of, for some of you, this might be your child. There's a sense here of like, can we really, like, have we reached have we gone as far as we can go? If there's like an argument that tends to happen, for some, this person continuously puts themselves in unstable positions. She's on the ladder, right? She's in her heels. She's got the water there. She's hanging off with one arm. It's kind of like, and with the tower here, it's like this person continuously puts themselves in situations that they're gonna have to scramble. They're gonna have to fight. They're gonna have to work hard to resolve, right? And it's like this person really struggles to learn their lesson. And I think you have you might be like much more grounded than them. This person's, got a lot of fire. There's a young energy here. And I feel like you really care about them. You might really love them. I'm feeling this like warmth, really heavy warmth spreading up my right leg. So again, somebody, especially the masculine energy in this situation, or both of you might identify as the masculine energy. I see this especially with the tower, might kind of like feel the need to like run or to take action, might be being inspired to take action in a new direction. Also notice too, because the right leg here is the one that's out on the, like, resting on the mop. It's like something where it's like unstable. And the legs are always about supporting us, but moving forward. This person just never learns their lesson. It's kind of like, I don't know if I have anything I can teach them if they're, not willing to learn, is kind of the energy. I don't know if we can create anything stable if they're not willing to truly look at themselves honestly, look at their patterns honestly, or clean up a particular habit. This person might have a habit of running when things start to get stable. The Three of Pentacles reversed. Again, this person, I feel like they don't work well with others. This person is not an equal partner. This person, this could be somebody you work with. This person's always leaving you to kind of do the support work and to clean up their messes. It's so funny too, because I don't remember what it is. There's a card in this deck where a bunch of these like plates are falling over and breaking. I will laugh my ass off if that's what comes out. The Nine of Swords. I think this person stresses you out. This person is also stressed out by you. So this person, I feel, this person stresses you out because they're always kind of like playing fast and loose with maybe supplies or materials, or again, like they're supposed to come through on a project and they don't, or maybe they do, but it's always last minute. This person's like living in chaos, essentially. And I think it's just too much for you. You've had to clean up, like I said, clean up this person's messes like a lot. But I also feel this person is very stressed out by the idea, look how everything is framed and put up perfectly on the wall, is very, very stressed out by your concept of stability. This person doesn't like to be pinned down. This person doesn't like to be hemmed in. And that's where the issue here, I feel, comes in. So this is, this is kind of the situation you're facing with this person. For some of you, this feels like this is a lot about like, maybe like in the home, material things, in the workplace. But this is a pattern, a habitual pattern with them where when you need them to come through, they don't. I want to look at this card, then I'll go to your other cards. Yeah, the Three of Swords reversed. I think it's kind of sad because I feel like you're not even really heartbroken about it anymore because you don't expect anything from them. And I think whatever it is, you recognize, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. They've left you hanging too many times. Things have just fallen through too many times. Whatever it is, I feel like you're almost not mad at them because you kind of recognize they almost can't help themselves. But there's a question of like, maybe wanting to understand it from their perspective, wanting to know what to do. So that might be why you've been brought to this reading. I'm going to pull an Archetype card. And what I want to pull is one for how they perceive you in this situation, moving a candle, and one for how they perceive themselves. So how they perceive, this is themselves, okay. We'll get to that. And how they perceive you. My rule of thumb with this deck is if they come out upright, I read the light attributes. If they come out reversed, I read the shadow. We have Gossip here coming out upright on the bottom, and it's awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. Yes, I think that's what this person, I feel, whatever comes out for their perception of you, this is also something they see. They see you as somebody who is trying to get them to be more considerate of others. There's a sense here of like trying to get them to think about like when you don't show up for, your shift on time, other people really have to cover for you. When you say you're going to be somewhere and you're not, other people, not only do other people have to kind of pick up the slack, but it hurts other people's feelings. When you don't help me out with household stuff, this is how it makes me feel, right? And honoring trust. People, like, you're explaining to this person in some way, shape, or form, nobody will want to trust you. Nobody can depend on you. And that's going to fracture your relationships and hurt your opportunities. Is kind of the energy. So I almost want to pull for themselves. This is how they're perceiving themselves. Bully in reverse. Okay. Conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. This person knows, especially if they can get very verbally defensive, they know they're in the wrong. We have, like, look at the image here. They know they're being a big old windbag. This person, I feel like, feels bad about it, but especially with that 9 of Wands, that's the warrior energy. They feel like they're backed into a corner. They will lash out. And again, it's like they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves from saying, you know, they're going to do stuff. They might really talk it up a lot, be like, this time is different. They really sell you on it, and then they don't show up, and they know that it's not okay. Like, I feel like when they are alone, they beat themselves up over this very heavily, but it's like self-flagellating, and then they don't use that as motivation to do anything differently. This person, I feel, also very much struggles to ask for help or accept constructive criticism. Thus, they keep repeating the same cycles over and over and over and over again, which is very frustrating. So how they see you here, the Exorcist. Okay, this is pretty clear. The light attribute is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Talk about the Tower. They really do see you as somebody who's trying to help. Like, even the way they perceive the two of you, they perceive themselves as the bully, as the person who's the problem, as the person who's difficult, the person who's, you know, full of hot air. They're a hothead. They can't get their shit together. And they see you as the person that's trying to almost excise that out of them. That's trying to teach them a new way of doing things, trying to teach them to be more stable and secure. They see you as somebody who's trying to, you might kind of like, I'm almost getting like correct them a lot behind the scenes. Like, this is kind of like, oh, you know, you said that thing, or you said it this way, and I think it hurt their feelings. You should go say something, go apologize. And it's almost like this person will fight you on it and then be like, fine, I'll go do it. And it improves their life and their relationships, right? Or like, you know, this is the coworker that never does what they're supposed to do, and you cover for them, but you like later on are like, hey, next time you should do it this way. And then kind of like, yeah, whatever. Or like, you know, actively like, I don't need you to tell me what to do, but they clearly do, and they know it. So even the way they perceive the situation, they know that you are doing quite a lot of hand-holding for them. They also know that, like, I think I'm feeling a lot of like shame triggers. It's like they're struggling to learn, especially like interpersonal skills. They're struggling to maybe learn their limits. They're struggling to learn to tell the truth for some, or to be just very honest and open with their communication about what they can and can't deliver on. That's very huge for them. What is this thing that they're feeling shame about? The 8 of Cups reversed. There is an emotional thing here that they're having trouble moving on from. A lot of them have a lot of emotional ups and downs, and you might not, I think you guys know it, but they think that other people can't tell. And it's kind of like they try to compensate for some of these like up and down emotions by like covering it up with anger or aggression. And they spend a lot of time, look at even just the body language, they spend a lot of time alone afterward being like, why did I do that? And it's tough. This person is, I feel almost bad. It's kind of, and I think you can sense this about them. It's like they need your help, but they have a hard time accepting your help. The only way they can receive your guidance and your help is if they have kind of already like effed up. And it's like, and they fight you on it too. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I had it under control, but secretly they're listening to what you have to say. And I feel like you have seen the needle move in tiny doses with them. So you know they're listening, and you know they're trying, and you know whatever you're asking of them is hard for them. And that's why I think you've been very, you know, with perseverance, they are trying to persevere in learning, and they're struggling very heavily. And you've been trying to persevere in helping them and struggling to get them to where they need to be. This person also has a deep-seated fear that you are going to leave them. Not saying what you should or shouldn't do, but just so you know that this person is afraid that you're going to give up on them and they're not going to have any help. This person, like I said, feels deep shame. And I think they hide these emotions. They try to walk away from these emotions, but they can't because they're trying to like escape it through anger or other. This person might be kind of a show off sometimes and like seem like overly flippant, very defiant energy. And this is because like they actually feel quite a lot of internalized shame. The Fool reverse. I think this person tries to pretend like everything's kind of a joke because in reality, they don't want to feel foolish. It's kind of like if something, because look at this person's like dropping all their stuff. It's kind of like if they were to drop the ball on something that may have been an honest mistake, but it's almost like they can't admit to it. So they kind of just go to hell with it, right? She's running off the roof now. Like, oh, I dropped this stuff. Now I'm just going to keep going. You know what I mean? Like, it almost kind of gives me this image that she could have been like stumbling and like almost falling off the roof. And instead of being like, oh, I'm sorry, I was like, I fell, I dropped that. It's kind of like, you know, pretending it was on purpose, you know, taking something too far, going to hell with a joke kind of a thing. And because of that, I think a lot of people view this person as kind of like caustic energy, as kind of like sarcastic, as flippant, like they just don't care. Some of this is weird. It's kind of reminding me of Cartman from South Park. Like Cartman's got some deep-seated emotional issues, and to cover up for it, he does all this like crazy shit. And makes himself, the fear of not being liked and accepted is what prompts him to act in such a way that at least what's happening, and I feel the similar energy, it's like at least if he's making mistakes, they're by his own hand. It's on purpose. So in the back of his mind, he can tell himself like, no, I'm just doing a bit. I'm just like, I'm trying to like, you know, mess with these people because it's to cover up something else. I want to know what it is to cover up the Tower, because this person actually really struggles with stability in some way, shape, or form, especially emotionally. They go up and down. And so to compensate from that, they're trying to get out ahead of it. It's like, okay, if I can't control my emotions, I can't control how I feel, I at least want to be exuding emotions of perceived power. So like anger, defiance, right? You know, I can't control if people are going to leave me, so I'm at least going to leave first. That's kind of the energy here. This person's complicated. Are you guys okay? And so this is I feel the situation with them. Now, I want to understand a little bit more. What do they think is going on here? Again, they see themselves as the villain and you as the kind of the hero here trying to help them. Or like they see you as the protagonist and they don't see themselves in a good light. The High Priestess reverse, they're really trying to get insight about what is happening here. Again, you could be like a mentor, you know, like a philosophical, spiritual, moral mentor. They want to ask you for your help, but that means being vulnerable. They might have moments of vulnerability followed up by like, again, defiance. The Three of Pentacles reverse, they know they're not pulling their weight. They know that they don't know how to have good, healthy give and take. They know they don't know how to be part of a team. There's something like that. They don't know how to be in partnership and building. They might be lacking the stability that they need to have to participate fully. And instead of, you know, being really open and honest about it and saying, I struggle with this. What, you know, can you help me? What do I do? Do you have any advice for me? This person instead tries to blow past that and just like be, you know, a show off, like be, again, demonstrating emotions they feel are more acceptable, because this person's got very deep shame triggers. Knight of Swords, okay. Judgment, and the Nine of Wands. For some, this person might, in their mind, what they feel like, they go back and forth. They feel like, sometimes they feel like you're just trying to get them to like maybe like commit to something, or you're trying to get them like to say something, and they feel like they're fighting the establishment, right? They kind of feel like they're fighting like if this is a relationship, like I'm just not ready to settle down. I say that because we have those Knight of Swords and then two feminine energies here. Yeah, I told them I can't be tamed. I can't be, you know, I can't be held down. I can't commit, right? There's a sense here for some of you, this is like, yeah, they want me to, you know, we've been together for a while. They are always threatening me they're going to break up with me, but like, they're not going to do it. Or, you know, I can't, I'm not it's like an energy, like, I'm not a one-woman man. I like having my options, right? Like, there's something where it's like they say that's the story because in reality, they don't have the skills to cultivate the relationship that they know is being asked of them. Again, that Three of Pentacles, that's equal partnership, give and take. This person does not know how to do that. So they cover it up by pretending that their deficit is intentional and like by really exaggerating it. And in a way, I almost feel like they know that you know. And I almost feel like they ham it up to try to signal to you without communicating it that it's like a cry for help is kind of what I'm getting. For some of you, they know that it's time to change with the Judgment card. They know that their act has worn thin, because it's not just with you, it's in other areas of life. Like, let's say if this is, a relationship, this person also doesn't know how to be part of a team at work. If this is something where this is a family member who's always, getting into trouble, they're always having issues, they're trying to maybe fight people. This person could have even had they literally get into fights, or they have, run-ins with the law. They run their mouth a lot. And it gets them into trouble. And instead of learning how to control that, this person might have a motorcycle or be very into cars, just because I'm noticing the motorcycle, it's very hard to see, is labeled, all the parts. Instead of working on controlling that, this person, when they try and they fail, they feel shame. So it's almost like they get out in front of it and they try to just again, end it on their own terms. So what this person thinks is happening, they go back and forth. Part of them knows it's time for them to change. And they're kind of in their mind, they're like, yeah, I'm getting there. I'll get to it. It's kind of like, I want to enjoy the last of my freedom kind of a thing. And for some, this person views you, possibly, I'm going to be honest, this person might say you're judgmental. This person might kind of be like, I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm just, I'm just wild and free. I can't be tamed. And they're always on my ass about everything. And they view you as the person they got to fight. This person needs to feel like this person's likes to fight, or feels like they always have to fight. That's the story they're telling. And as a result, they are viewing anything going on between the two of you as a fight that they have to win. That's very important to them. Excuse me. For some, there might be this narrative that, they're the bad boy and they got the good girl to fall in love with them kind of a thing. They might want to they project this energy of a heartbreaker. But yeah, there's a sense here where their perception of this is that, you're asking them to change, or they might again perceive that you're judging them a lot. Like you think they're immature, you're judging the way they talk, their beliefs, something like that. And that's their excuse for wanting to leave at a moment's notice, right? That's just the fastest moving knight in the deck, to want to just bolt whenever they want. I kind of want to clarify this Knight of Swords. Again, you could be dealing with an air sign. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this is because this person has very, very low self-esteem. Again, the excuse they might tell themselves is, I'm not ready to give up, my independence. I'm not ready to give up my single life. I'm not ready to give up, doing whatever I want to do when I want to do it. But what's actually happening, this person very much struggles with their self-esteem. This person also, I feel like, struggles to, because she's a dishwasher here, struggles to kind of clean up their life, or get things in a regular routine to keep things functioning in an optimal way. And it's like they don't want other people to know how little control they actually have over their own life. That's deep. This one got deep really quick. So I want to see your other remaining card, what your guides want you to actually know about this. The Courageous Peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. I think you're doing the best you can. Peonies bloom in multiple levels. If you're familiar with peonies, ants actually have to eat the outer shell so they can blossom fully. And ants always make me think about teamwork. This is going to be a team effort spiritually. You're doing a great job with this person. I feel, again, you're being very patient. I always, tell people, just because you might feel spiritually called to help somebody, it can't be at your own expense. But that aside, just know that this person needs to open up in layers. This is not going to be a quick evolution for this person. This is going to be a lifelong journey of really opening up, because I feel at the center of it all, this person's very sensitive. This person might be very artistic. This person, they have this whole inner self that they never expose to anybody. And I think this is something where it's going to take perseverance, but over time, this person will open up more. The The Knight of Pentacles reversed. It is important to assess for yourself, though, whether that's worth it for you, because I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of exhausted here. The Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Wands. I'm not surprised. This person's nowhere near able to offer the stability that you are looking for in whatever capacity. There's a sense here of, if you continue on with them, just know it will take a long time for their authentic self to emerge and for them to truly grow. So don't expect more than this, like, you know, page-like energy. This is somebody who gets really excited and enthusiastic, but has nothing to back it up. So just kind of like, if it comes to making plans, I wouldn't make solid plans that are reliant on them. They're not going to be outgrowing this anytime soon. So just manage your expectations and make plans based on what is showing up as stable in your life. So that's everything I have for group 1. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I will hopefully get the chance to read for you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi, group 2. Okay, so you guys chose the stone that I cannot remember the name for. I'm waving it around a little bit, so that way when I go to find the timestamps, it makes it easier to be like, oh, that's where it started. So yes, hello. Okay. I'm immediately getting this energy that something is not what it seems. It's hard to see, but there's like a little line across, and it's like much lighter and clearer on one side and kind of foggy on the other. I feel like there's something where I'm hearing a divide. It's like when you cross the divide, that's when things will become clear. This might be just like a timing thing, but there's an aspect to which something, it feels good, but it feels like you don't have the whole story, and you're right. Excuse my burp. So this reading might kind of help clarify that. So I'm going to pull this card for what's kind of going on, and then some clarifying tarot, and we'll go from there. Again, this also could be where you and this person are struggling to connect with each other and see each other authentically. You guys, there could be two sides to it, where like you guys either have very different perceptions of the situation and of each other, or you both go back and forth about what could be happening here. Yeah, okay, we have Tangerine Quartz with the solar plexus chakra, card 5 with Shakti, okay. There's a sense here of finding your personal power. We have a snake here, so both of you are kind of going through this evolutionary process where you're shedding an old skin. So that might be that divide between, you know, things were one way and then they're another way. You might find that this situation with this person changes drastically. And this is all based on, somebody might be going through their Kundalini awakening. This is all based on this personal evolution. Again, I'm feeling like not even just shedding an old skin, it's like breaking out entirely. I feel this is your person, more likely. A lot of you guys, I think your transformation has been slower, more steady. This person's like, you know, we have the number 5 showing up, so there are significant changes that are occurring. But I want to know more about this. The Sun, you could be a Leo or dealing with a Leo. You're going to be very surprised. I almost feel like this person might show up as much more appreciative soon. It's hard to see, but she's handing him food and the guy's like, oh, you should have never seen food before. He's very excited. And there's a sense where I feel the energy between the two of you is about to shift significantly. The 10 of Wands at the bottom. This person, I feel, has been carrying a lot of responsibilities. There's a lot they feel they have to clean up in their life and other people's lives. And there's something where I feel like they're about to go through a transformation about this, and it's going to give them, like, that you may have felt neglected by this person, overlooked. For some of you, this is your boss. And you're about to experience such a shift with this person. Yeah, the Ace of Wands, brand new energy, very energized. This person also might be getting into greater spiritual alignment, so that changes their focus. Let's see, we have, yeah, the Emperor, not surprised, Aries energy coming through. The King of Wands reverse, talk about holy fire energy, Batman, okay. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The 10 of Wands, if this is another fire card, I'll die. The 10 of Pentacles, wow. Okay, so for some of you, again, I feel this person has been very focused on other things. What has this person been focused on? You know, 10 of Wands, again, they have a lot of responsibilities. They've been focused elsewhere a lot. Ace of Pentacles, this could be about securing something financial, something material. It could be that they have a child and that's taken a lot of their energy and attention. The Five of Cups. Okay, there's something where I feel like they feel, some of them have a friend that's really needed their help, and they've kind of just like been really putting themselves out trying to help this person. Some of them, it's just like, I feel like in the attempt to be like pursuing this Ace of Pentacles, right? To be pursuing something that's stable, you know, you're making an investment. It's really taken a toll on them emotionally. It may have been taking a toll on the relationship. They may have canceled plans on you multiple times, is something I'm getting. Or there may have been multiple instances where you had like a couple of fights in a row, and it's kind of like, what is going on here? But this person's been carrying a lot of responsibilities. It's been draining this person's energy. You see how even in this one we have like the King of Wands has created this like this, you know, holder or this like multi-tool for all these cleaning implements. Usually this person's a great multitasker. Usually this person can kind of like manage everything, but it's just too much, right? In this one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 of Wands is usually like conflict, it's competition. This person's not afraid of a little competition. They're not afraid of a little bit of a power struggle. They can stand up, they can hold their own, but this was just too much. This was like they're just overwhelmed, even for them. And I think it may have shaken this person's confidence a little bit, but they are releasing the 10 of Wands. What was this 10 of Wands for them? I know we are just kind of talking about that a little bit. The 7 of Pentacles, again, it's something they were investing into. I feel like there was a sense of like emotional loyalty. So they were trying to help out a friend. They were trying to help out family members. It was something where it's like, well, of course I'm going to help, right? And I think this is whoever they were helping or wherever they were putting their energy in has often leaned on them to kind of, you know, be the guy that fixes it, be the person that fixes it. And so it's like, well, yeah, like this person comes to me when they need this solved. And it was just an unreasonable amount. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles, they could have been financially helping somebody, and it just like, they had to really focus on replenishing their finances or something like that, where it was just too much. It was just way too much. Yeah, the 9 of Cups reversed and the Page of Swords. I almost get the sense that somebody in their life, again, they could have had issues with their, you know, with a child where they really had to be there for their child. But it kind of feels like somebody in their life had something fall apart, didn't get what they wanted, and they kind of were being immature about it. This is somebody who's like maybe trying to guilt trip them. They're like, I'm getting this energy of somebody who like constantly texts them all the time, who's always like calling them, be like, this happened, what do I do now? This happened, what do I do now? This person, it's like they kind of, whatever happened was hard, and your person was trying to, like the other person you're asking about was trying to help. And then they kind of, that inspired this other person in their life to just sort of start to rely on learned helplessness. Like, okay, yes, this sucked that this fell through, but now this is getting excessive, right? Kind of like they you know, gave them an inch, took a mile kind of a thing. Again, for some, this is, you know, they have a child who's going through maybe some adjustments, some behavioral issues. This could be where they and their other co-parent maybe separated, and like this is a, you know, their child's like, but like they're having a hard time coping, but like, you know, maybe like doing some things that are just not okay to do, and they've had to like really deal with that. There's a sense here where this is being released. I do feel like that. This person also too is having this, you know, with this Shakti energy, having this like re-ignition of their personal power. They're also remembering what's important. They may be having a lot of financial success. For some, they might be inheriting a family home, and this is a godsend. But whatever is happening, especially financially, it's putting them back in this Emperor energy. It's putting them back in this place of like, I can breathe. I've got control of the situation again. I'm taking back control of the situation again. And the energy you're going to be getting from this person is somebody who I feel is intentional, somebody who is planning things, is taking care of things. You know, this is somebody who's back in the saddle, so to speak, and they're going to be giving you great energy. They're going to be, again, very much appreciative, really enjoying the time that you have together. If this is your boss, this is somebody who is like, they're very present, right? If you're kind of like, I'm flying solo here, like I'm not getting any help, any instruction, I'm kind of just having to figure this out on my own. They're here. They're very present. They're very engaged in what's going on. They're taking a leadership role, taking an active role. So I do see that kind of shifting and changing. And for some of you, it was that way, and now they're giving you this good energy, and it's like, what is happening right now? And you're kind of wondering, what do they think about this situation? For them, you know, again, I'm just looking at the situation, but for them, I think they're very aware, or they're becoming more aware, that they were not giving you good energy. And that's why they're making a concerted effort to try to do their part. So I'm going to pull an archetype card, and these archetype cards are going to be how they are perceiving you in this situation and how they are perceiving themselves. This is a deck where my rule of thumb is if it comes out upright, I read the light attributes. If it comes out reversed, I read the shadow. This is you. That was easy. Okay, so how are they perceiving themselves? I feel like it's this one. It's at the bottom, Exorcist, and we have freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Yeah, I think this is what they've been trying to do, is help somebody in their life. And it's kind of like either they're all done, maybe they had a conversation with this person, something finally got resolved. So for you, we have Guide, which represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. They see you as a very spiritual person, a very wise person. You may have helped them navigate this situation. I feel like, again, you know, this person might be going through a spiritual upgrade or awakening, and they see you as somebody who they were meant to come in contact with to help guide them through that process. Yeah, for themselves, we have Trickster. The light attribute is transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Very magician energy here. So they're seeing themselves as somebody who is empowered. They're getting back into this place of seeing themselves as somebody who can handle anything that comes their way. And who I feel can do so, you know, I'm really drawn into transcending convention, who can like take a unique course to get there. They're also seeing themselves as somebody who they're getting better at being able to predict somebody else's behavior and be able to route a different course around that. They're seeing themselves as somebody who is resourceful here. I also think that they might be somebody who is seeing their own patterns of behavior and being aware of that and now transcending their old patterns of behavior. So for example, if this is something where in the past they've, like, let's say this is your partner and they're really caught up with work, or they're really caught up with a family thing. In the past, they may have unintentionally neglected a partner, but here it's like, nope, I learned from that. I'm going to make a different outcome happen. And that's kind of how they're seeing themselves. I also feel like too, they've been working on something possibly in the background in terms of this situation. And they're trying to, like, they're kind of like, oh, like, group 2 may have been mad at me for a group 2. You know I let them down, but, like, just wait till you see what I have up my sleeve. Actually, I kind of want to know a little bit about that trickster energy. What is this referring to? The Four of Swords reverse. I feel like they're going to come and tell you about something. They're going to communicate something. They might be communicating with you more. The Lovers reverse. They're going to tell you about how they feel. This is a good energy. They're going to tell you about how they feel. They're going to tell you they've made some choices. They are reprioritizing their life to be able to prioritize their time with you. This is very likely for many of you a romantic partner. This could be a Gemini as well. And the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's something where they're going to kind of talk to you about this and really acknowledge, right? Like, look, I know, you know, I haven't been giving you the time and attention you deserve, right? I know, you know, you work so hard, or I know you've been putting in effort and I have not been matching that. But, you know, it's either Ace of Wands at the bottom. It's going to be like something was going on in my personal life, or something was going on with my family, right? There's something going on here. And I felt like I had to deal with it, but either it's dealt with, or, you know, I'm choosing to prioritize, you know, this relationship, or I'm choosing to prioritize how I show up as your boss. I'm choosing to prioritize it's essentially choosing to prioritize the promises I made to you. And I don't know why I'm getting with the Four of Swords reverse. It's like no more making excuses, no more sitting on the sidelines, like waiting for the situation to change. I'm taking matters into my own hands. So that's kind of something I feel they're going to be talking to you about. Yeah, the High Priestess reversed. Again, they see you as somebody who's guiding them into this next phase of their life. I feel like they have a lot of respect for you, like quite a lot. This person might have a very strong solar plexus chakra. Very strong. Excuse me. So, I kind of want to see what their perception is, though, of this situation with you. The Four of Wands reversed. Okay, there's something where I feel like it's like they feel like they had to deal with this first. We'll talk about it in a sec. Page of Wands. Again, there could be a child involved. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Hang on. And the Chariot reversed. Some of you wanted to move. The Knight of Cups. Water sign energy showing up, specifically very strong Cancer energy. Excuse me. Some of you wanted to move. Some of you were hoping to get a proposal from this person. You're hoping to take things to the next level. And there's a sense here where this person kind of felt like they didn't have enough to give this situation. Maybe this is financially, maybe this is, you know, just their energy. It's like, again, she's like a little dishwasher. It's like, I don't have even my own stuff clean. I haven't cleaned up my own life yet. Is kind of the energy. I have to take care of this first, right? The Four of Wands in reverse can indicate somebody that's extricating themselves from a long-term relationship, a marriage, a living situation. Somebody who's like, this can indicate where it's kind of a personal victory. You're having to let go of something you thought would bring you a lot of joy and happiness. But in doing so, you're making room for something that will actually bring you joy and happiness. So there's kind of this energy of, you know, this person felt like I had to deal with this first. It really necessitated my attention. I didn't have enough to give you. I didn't have enough attention to give you. I didn't have what you were asking for to give you. And I'm sorry that I didn't realize that until I kind of put my foot in it. That's sort of the energy here. Like, I'm sorry I failed you before, but I'm not going to be failing you now. This person feels as if they failed you. They feel like they didn't live up to what they promised you. They feel like you took a risk on them, because we have the word risk on this can here. You took a risk on them, and either they're afraid that you feel it didn't pay off, or that, again, they didn't live up to what they told you they would be. This person, it's very important for them to stick to their word or to show up in a particular way. It's like, if I promise I'm going to be in a partnership, this is what I expect myself to do. If I promise I'm going to commit to this position at work, I'm going to take on this management role, I'm going to show up in this capacity. And it's something where they feel like they didn't live up to the promises that were, I feel like the promises they made. It's very important for this person to keep their word in this situation. So they're going to be talking to you about that. I feel like they're going to be talking to you about that in what context, though? Like, why? The Seven of Swords, they may not have told you the full story. They might kind of be concerned that you might be afraid they're hiding something, and it's not what you think it is. The Nine of Cups reversed. Okay. The Knight of Cups and the Two of Swords. I feel like you've been waiting for this person to kind of step it up, the Five of Cups, and they took too long. And the reason why there was a delay is not because they didn't want to be with you, or they didn't want to, like, you know, show up in the way that you wanted them to, or the way they promised, the way they portrayed themselves. It's because they were trying to deal with this other situation. Again, either like somebody they care about, you know, there was a loss. They lost out on, like, this could be somebody who you wanted them to commit, but they lost like a job or a job opportunity or financial loss. There's something here where like a wish fell through. And I feel like they kind of wanted to keep this to themselves. They kind of wanted to keep this from you. And it's not to try to hide things. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, I'm struggling to find the right words. They kind of have like an image that they want you to see them as. I'm noticing this with like the Knight of Cups here. This person's like, she's looking at him, but he's looking like at the champagne. There's something where like this person wants you to see them as somebody worth celebrating. Or, you know, if this is like a boss, they want you to believe in them. They want you to see them as like having their shit together. And so it's kind of like this. If you were trying to get this person to like give more, commit more, give more feedback, they wanted to do it, but there is a sense of, I want to, like, it's almost kind of like, I'm going to delay a little bit because I want to be actually able to live up to what I'm saying, right? So like, let's say you really wanted feedback from your boss about a recent project, and they've been in and out of the office. They don't want to, it's not like they're delaying giving you feedback because they don't like you or because they didn't like your work. It's like, I feel like I can't speak to what you've been doing because I haven't really been here to watch it. And there's something where, again, you know, some aspect of their life has detracted from this aspect of their life. So they've been trying to kind of fix that. And they're wanting to talk to you about that. I feel like with the Knight of Cups, they're wanting to offer that now or let you know that that's their intention. Yes, the Emperor. They want to take control back in this situation. This person knows what they want. Two of Wands reversed, and they're not hesitating. They're not waiting in the doorway anymore. The Eight of Swords reversed. Again, there was a self-limiting belief, or it's not even a self-limiting belief. There was a perception they had of the situation. And as that perception clears up, maybe they're realizing somebody they've been dealing with has just been like giving them the runaround or stringing them along. It's like, okay, no more. I'm cutting this off, and I'm apologizing and investing more where I said I was going to. Very masculine energy coming off this person. So I want to see what Spirit wants you to know about this. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards, wild card. This person, you know, again, I feel like they're going to want to, this person sees you as a portal like we were talking about. You're leading them into the next phase of their life. This person's going to offer you something, and I feel like they're going to offer you something that has a lot of potential to it. And you might be hesitant because they kind of have let you down before, or they've kind of made you hesitant about like, oh, I don't know. And this is really saying you decide, right? This is a wild card. You don't technically know how it's going to go. But, you know, I'm noticing there's no risk on this card. There's only rewards. And your guides want you to know that. What is this portal? Strength reverse. This is what you've been waiting for. This could be with a Leo. Ace of Wands. This is the energy you're looking for. The Nine of Wands. This has been a long time coming. The Two of Wands reversed. Again, there needed to be this blockage that was seen clearly. That's why this person's going to come in with different energy. I feel like they came in strong before and then they let you down. This is not, they're coming in this time and their intention is to be able to make good on their promises. The Six of Swords, they would like to create healing and peace here. They would like you to trust them again. They would like you to believe in them again. And the Page of Swords, I feel like they're going to reach out and they're going to want to have a serious talk. They're going to want to like, they're most likely going to reach out digitally. I'm getting a phone call for a lot of you guys. Like they might literally call you on the phone. The Queen of Cups reversed, because they may have left you waiting. They hurt your feelings. They kind of like didn't show up when you really needed them, and they want to correct that. So if you're seeing a shift in the energy from them, that is why. If you see one soon, that is what's going on. This person might be preparing to have these conversations with you, might be preparing to ask what you need from them. It's like, what do you need me to do to show you how I feel? What do you need from me to lead you through this situation? What is it you need to restore? Like kind of restore themselves in your eyes. Yep, Temperance and the Ace of Swords, a healing conversation. Absolutely. What was that? Oh, there's a car driving by. So that's kind of what I see happening in this situation. That's their perception. Whether you want this from them or not, totally up to you, but this person's going to come in with that conversation. So thank you so much for being here. It's been an honor and joy to get to read for you. I hope I get to again real soon. And take care. Bye. Hi, group 3. Okay, you guys had this little itty bitty carnelian. I'm waving it around, so when I'm finding the timestamps, it makes it easier for me to find them. I immediately, as soon as I touched this, got the shutdown energy. I feel like you do not want to know about, like you don't want to hear from this person. Maybe you think they don't want to hear from you. You think like there's nothing. I'm seeing a seed, a very like cold, like frozen seed in like the frozen soil. Like it's not sprouting, it's nothing. There's kind of a sense here of there's no growth, or you feel like that's it. There's absolutely nothing left. And so maybe you're just like curious with this reading about where they're at, but that's kind of the energy I'm picking up, is like, there's nothing left here. I'm getting, you know, humble beginnings. From a single seed, an oak tree will form. Or like from a little acorn, an oak tree will grow. Small hinges swing big doors. I feel for a lot of you, this is going to be a closure reading, but you never know. Sometimes for some of you, the universe is full of surprises. So, this is a card that's meant to kind of talk a little bit about the situation I'm going to clarify with tarot. So let's start there. Yeah, okay. You have the Super 7 with Direction, card 20, that reduces to a 2. This always makes me think of the Judgment card in the tarot. This is what I mean. This can go multiple ways here. I feel like you're at a turning point here. A lot of you have been turning this over in your mind, trying to understand what happened. And there's a sense here where this could go either way for a lot of you. For many of you, like I said, I think this is a closure reading, and this is to help you gain understanding to move on. But for some of you, this is going to be a reading to help kind of explain where this person is at, because there are options. You have choices here. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you have choices. The Judgment card always talks about decisions that have the potential for long-term impacts, though, and needing to be very conscientious and thoughtful when you make your choices. But I will say, Judgment only ever comes around when you have had the time, the space, and cultivated the awareness in order to make the decision thoughtfully. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that, but I did. So what is this situation? Tell me more, Spirit. The Nine of Swords. A lot of you guys are afraid of making a judgment call or making the wrong judgment call. The Eight of Swords, this is what I mean. There's information that you still don't know, but there's a self-limitation going on here. Judgment. Shit. You see how she's on the scale too? A lot of you guys, it's like you're weighing yourself, not literally, but you're like assessing yourself. And she's like a cut of meat here. There's something where when you're weighing things out and you're kind of figuring out, she could stand on the whole scale, but she's only standing on half of it. When you're figuring it out and you're figuring out your half of things, maybe you're trying to figure out, you know, what did I do wrong? There's something where you're dehumanizing yourself and you don't even realize that that's the Eight of Swords. This is going to be deep. The Queen of Cups in reverse, because a lot of you guys, maybe you're discounting your intuition, but a lot of you guys are not taking your emotions into account. A lot of you guys, somebody has hurt you very badly. And when you're trying to kind of sort through the situation in your mind, sometimes you forget how badly this person has hurt you. And you do yourself a disservice because you treat yourself like a thing or like an expendable. Like you're expendable, like your feelings are just another thing. Like they don't matter all that much. And that's just not true, sweet pea. The Knight of Swords, yeah. This is somebody you've been dealing with. This person could have put you in a third party situation. Two feminines, one masculine. This might be the bad boy kind of a thing. You want me to pants them for you? Bad boy, bad girl, whoever it is. This person tends to speak callously. This person is blunt. This person does whatever they want to do. This person has likely been hurt themselves. And instead of dealing with their stuff, they just kind of do whatever they want. They take it out on other people because they're not connected with their empathy right now. Which is partially why they're so drawn to you, because you are so empathetic. I can't talk. This person may have been very in and out of your life. The bottom, we have Justice in reverse. You could have been dealing with a Libra. This could have been somebody that you were married to. This is somebody who has a hard time with commitment, I feel. This is somebody who's very unfair to you. This could have been a karmic relationship. They could have had a very strained relationship or abusive relationship with their parent just because she's spanking them. Yeah, Three of Swords reverse. This is somebody who's hurt you very badly. This is somebody who also has been hurt very badly. And instead of healing from whatever injustice they have suffered, they unintentionally recreate it and pass it on to other people. And there's something here where a lot of you are struggling to move forward. A lot of you are struggling to figure out, did I make the right choice? Was this supposed to happen? This is a very powerful, and I don't throw this around lightly. This kind of feels like an empath narcissist dynamic, or it's like you guys are wondering if that's what it was, or if this is like, some of you are trying to, like, you're wondering if this person is like karmic in nature, like a really intense karmic relationship, or if this is a counterpart and you're just supposed to make your way through all this. There's a sense here where you could have a lot of past life energy with this person. There was like a karmic rebalancing. That's why they're so familiar. And it makes you wonder if this person's meant to be a part of your life because they're like a counterpart. Or if, like if you, I'm having trouble putting it into words. Like if they're meant to be part of your life because they're a counterpart, or if like they were just a really intense lesson you need to learn. But this person, this could be kind of like and again, I don't use this lightly either, but like kind of a trauma bonded situation. And that's why it feels very intense. Death. You guys are wondering if it is over, but you guys are wondering if it should be over, is kind of what I'm feeling. Yep, the Five of Swords reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. I feel this person is very harsh, very cutting with their words and their silence. This person made you feel invisible. This person also kind of made you feel like you couldn't leave. She's got no head and no legs, right? Meaning she's not like her own person, and there's a lack of mobility. And I feel like this was because this person really activated some self-worth wounds. That's the purpose of this connection, was to help bring those to the surface. But some of you are still having a hard time letting this person go. So that's kind of the situation as I'm seeing it playing out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pulling an archetype card, and this is I'm going to pull one for how this person perceives you in this situation at this time, and things can change. How this person perceives you and how this person perceives themselves. Again, I feel like whatever this is, this was in the past. But this person, as they look past, currently, as they look back, what are they currently thinking about the role you played, the role they played? Woof. Okay. I'm not going to take all these because it's a bunch, but right off the top, the two that got my attention, woof, 3. Engineer. So this person could be an engineer. You could be an engineer. This person could be bald. You could be bald. Gambler. One or both of you could have or have had a gambling problem. And then God was beneath that. This connection is very spiritual, but I don't think it's how you think. Yeah, child orphaned is at the bottom. My rule of thumb with this deck is if it comes out upright, I read the light attributes. If it comes out reverse, I read the shadow. So it's feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. I think this person has felt very alone, functionally alone since childhood. And as a result, I don't think it's that they're seeking inappropriate surrogate families. I think they tend to dissociate from connection entirely. But I do feel like there is a lack of maturation here. I don't think they mean to act selfishly, but I don't think they particularly are bothered by it when they do. So how they're perceiving you in this situation and how they are perceiving themselves. No. Yes. Okay. We have Prince at the bottom, and it was reversed. So using power for self-aggrandizement. Yes, I feel that from this person. So how they perceive you. Interesting. So there are cards like this in this deck, and you're meant to be able to use them to make your own archetypes. I leave them blank. I like leaving them blank because there's something unknown, and I think it's important, and I'll tell you why in a minute. How they perceive themselves. Artist in reverse, which would be using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. There's a similar energy here with, using talent to mistreat others. We saw this with Prince in reverse, using power for self-aggrandizement, right? There's a using energy. So using their talents, using their skills, using their powers to try to talk themselves up, to try to give themselves reasons and excuses why they can act the way they do. I can't call, group 3. I'm working late. My work is so important. I would spend more time with group 3. I know they've been asking me for this, but I'm an artist. I need to have so much time to myself. I can't commit. I need to be able to explore things freely. It's part of my artistic process. And don't get me wrong, however people feel they need to live their life, I understand. But somebody who truly respects you will tell you that to your face and let you make the choices you need to make for yourself. It's hard, but that's what the person who respects you does. They do the hard thing because they respect you. And I'm sorry I'm speaking so bluntly, but I feel this is very important. The reason why I think this is interesting is they know, because this came out reversed, they know that some aspect of what they're doing is not cool. They may never admit this out loud, but they know. At least with you, they know that they did not, they're looking back at it, and they know that they did not handle the situation well. They know that they were using something, maybe they were trying to create an image of themselves. What is this artist in reverse? They're trying to create an image of themselves to sell you on some dream or some aspect of them. Temperance reverse. I feel like they were way more out of balance than you wanted them to know. Some of them, they hid their emotions. Because we have joy, sorrow, anger. We also have justice. Some of them hid their emotions, and it's like they just didn't open up. They didn't share with you. And it left you feeling kind of confused or bad about yourself. The Emperor, this person, and the Sun. This person might try to control situations by making it seem like they're always good, they're always okay. They may not have been doing so hot. For some, I will say, they either are married or they were married. We have Sagittarius showing up, by the way. They either are married or they were married. because we also saw justice reversed earlier. And this is a tumultuous marriage. That they either, it took a lot for them to get out of it, or they've been trying to extricate themselves from it. So they hid certain aspects of themselves from you to seem better, to seem more, to seem like I feel like this energy of like they're unbothered, right? Okay, we saw with the Knight of Swords, they could have been like, oh, I'm, wanting to seem really popular, really wanted by others. Like they don't care about how people feel about them. They don't care about this stuff. They may have also wanted to pretend that things don't bother them, right? So if you try to empathize, get them to empathize with you, like, oh, you said this to me, and like, how would you feel if I said this to you? Wouldn't bother me. I don't care. Like, it's like talking to a brick fucking wall. But to clarify artist in reverse, we have the Ace of Swords. The Six of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, I don't like this. This person in conversation, look how we even have a little devil here. This person may have ghosted you, or they might habitually ghost you. And it's kind of like this energy of, this person, especially when they're talking to you, justifies behavior that is not reciprocal and fair to you, that doesn't treat you well, especially when it comes to communication, uses that as an excuse, like uses their disposition or maybe something they do or their success as an excuse to do that, right? Like, there's like, oh, I'm sorry what I said hurt your feelings, but like, I'm like this, or just like, again, it's like that moody artist kind of energy. Like, I'm like that sometimes. I'm like, yeah, whatever, James Dean. Like, you know what I mean? This is, and like this little dude's smiling, little butt face. Like this person, I feel like, I can almost see them like saying it with like a slight smirk, and it just like almost irritates me. This person tries to justify their things that they know are not fair to you. They know it's not fair, and they still do it, and they kind of try to justify it. There's also this energy with the devil here of like, well, this is how I am, right? Let's say maybe if they have a problem with drinking, they might get really like, aggressive and say really mean shit while they're drinking. And it's kind of like, yeah, they'll apologize, be like, oh, I'm sorry, babe, but like, you know how I can get. That's a huge thing here. This person may have like literally been kind of like verbally and emotionally abusive, and it's kind of that energy of how I can get. Even if it didn't get to that point or that level, it's got that energy. It's sticky and I don't like it. But one of the things I think is fascinating, they see themselves in the shadow. They know their shadow side incredibly well. Yours came out upright, meaning they see you as a person of light. They see you in the light. They see you in your better qualities. But they have no idea who you are. None. After all this, they still don't really know you. And I think they're coming to terms with that right now. They're realizing that they don't really know you all that well. I want to clarify about this. The Three of Cups. Again, this person could have had a drinking problem, I'll be honest. This person knew they liked being around you. They enjoyed your company most of the time. I feel like they turned on you at one point. The Five of Wands reversed. There may have been other people kind of in this situation, and they kind of didn't mind making you dangle or making you sort of like vie for, their attention. The Two of Wands reversed. The Two of Wands reversed for me is kind of like we're drawn to something. We start planning to go in a certain direction. We're taking action, and then we kind of stop ourselves, or we're, it's like hovering in the doorway for me. There's something where I feel like they kind of wanted to give up this Five of Wands, chaotic, crazy energy, maybe give up like that, competition kind of a thing, but they stopped themselves. Because there's something about the lifestyle they were living, the way they were doing things, they just like. Yeah, the Hermit reverse. There's something where this person might have this thing where they both love to be alone. Like they have like this hyper independence to the level where it's hard for them to maintain relationships. It's hard for them to empathize, but they also might struggle to be alone. So this is kind of like they need a lot of people's validation. They need a lot of people's input, but nobody ever actually gets close to them. The Page of Swords, this person is very immature in how they communicate. This person, look how we got the little handprints here of this kid's like smiling. This person does things to like push people away and just to kind of like piss you off, and kind of like plays it off like it's funny, because this person's very shut down when it comes to their empathy, right? When we are hurt emotionally, we will shut ourselves off from our emotion entirely, and that's really painful. But the result as well is that we will often struggle to connect with our empathy and do things that are out of our integrity with who we are at the soul. And it's not until we do that healing and that reconnection work that we can open back up. This person's struggling with that. We had that carnelian. This is very much like that sacral chakra, sexual energy. So this person may have been kind of a player, I'll be honest. But this is the thing that I think, this is like breaking my heart a little bit, is again, they know what they're not doing well. They're aware. And how committed they are or not to changing it, you know, we'll look at that in a little bit. But the thing that always, that's hurting me to look at, hurts me, my heart for you, is that they don't even know who you are. They see you as a good person. They know they like you. But if you ask them why, they can't spell it out. However long you spent with them, I feel like this really impacted you heavily. And however long you spent with them, after all that time, they still don't really know who you are. For some of them, that bothers them now. It didn't before, but it does now. I want to see where they're at with this right now. Queen of Pentacles, they see you as this Queen of Pentacles energy, somebody who's loving, who's caring, somebody who, you know, would make a great long-term partner if they were in the market for something like that, somebody who's very dependable. Death. They know they were being toxic. We have Salmonella here. And there's a sense here of, you know, the timer's at 0. There's a sense where they're kind of like, time's up here. Scorpio energy coming through. They may feel like you're all done. The 9 of Pentacles reversed. I think they've been having to come to terms with the fact that they treated you very poorly. They did not value you. Why are they coming to terms with this though? 2 of Pentacles, because some of them are making decisions about whether or not they want to come back. The Devil. This person's not free of their vices. This person's not free of their lower vibrational habits. I feel. We'll keep looking. The Emperor. Okay, so some of them are going back and forth between, you know, their Devil energy and their Emperor energy. They're getting control. They're trying to get control of their shit. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to do something special for you guys. I want to know what energy this person's actually in right now. Like how they're prepared to show up. Okay, I meant to take 1, but 2 came out. We have Seeker and Servant. This person, again, could be Sagittarius. They're both upright. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are, for Seeker. And then delight in serving others with a free and loving heart, with Servant. I feel like they see you in this energy as somebody who delights in helping others. This person, I feel, is in this Seeker energy about this Servant energy. There is a recognition, you know, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. There's a recognition that what they have been doing does not work for them. This person could have had a tower moment, like a come to Jesus moment. What is this? Beggar confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. They may have had whatever their sort of like ego mask was, this may have come toppling down for them, and this is what's waking them up. But we still have Prince here with in reverse, which is using power for self-aggrandizement. They've been forced to really confront what some of them have been having physical health problems that have forced them to kind of like maybe like rest or like be stuck at home. This has given them plenty of time to think. That Knight of Swords is usually somebody that's always on the move. Yeah, we have Mediator at the bottom, gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. A lot of them are sitting with it. I do feel like they are going through a shift and a change. Again, I feel that that's why they're looking back at you and realizing how they treated you and how wrong that was. And they're realizing that they don't even really truly know you at a deep level. I want to see what Spirit wants you to know about this. This is what this card is all about. 7 Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. For me, sorry if you can hear my dog barking. For me, this is kind of this energy that this is a complicated situation. Something can be very significant to us spiritually, but also not be meant for us forever. And not be, again, this has this energy that this is incredibly significant, but not for the reasons you might think. This person might be coming back to talk to you with expression, but it might not be exactly what you think it is, or meant to go a certain direction. The Magician reversed. I feel this person wants to be done lying, but this person is not done lying to themselves. This person is done intentionally, using misdirection to confuse other people, but they are not done lying to themselves. And you need to know that. The Hierophant, Taurus energy, King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Five of Swords reversed. Okay. Here's what I'll say. I think you're so attached to this person because you felt like you were supposed to be committed to this person for life in some way, shape, or form. Again, this person could have a drinking problem. And there's kind of this energy that maybe when they're sober, you guys are in love and you guys are talking about the future, and then they get drunk and they're just not. And maybe it's the opposite way. Maybe when they're drunk, they're connecting with their feelings and you guys are in love, but you can't be drunk for the whole relationship, right? There's a sense here where whatever devil energy they showed you, it's because it was reflective of the devil they have not tamed within themselves, the devil that still owns them. And this is something that they love and they hate themselves for loving it. And there's something where I feel there was this significant commitment in your heart toward them, feeling like you were spiritually brought together, and you were, but maybe not for the reasons you thought or in the way you thought. And the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords reversed suggests that there is the opportunity for a fresh start here. But it's up to you to decide who and what is part of that and what's not, right? This kid's throwing all the plates on the ground. None of them are broken yet. But there's a sense of who do you want to have in your life? What kind of life do you want to cultivate? For some of you, if you are contemplating letting this person back in your life, this is a suggestion, a very, big fair warning to go slow. There's a blue thread here. Make sure this person is telling the truth. Hold this person accountable. Excuse me. The Three of Swords reversed. I do feel this person might want to heal this, might want to apologize. But again, it's a question of, does that warrant them a spot in your life? Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Wands, and then the Four of Wands reversed. Again, you may have been living with this person, wanted to marry this person. There's still this dream. Part of them still thinks, wouldn't that be nice? But when it comes to being able to follow up on it, I don't think they're there yet. And I think there is this sense of personal accomplishment that comes from setting a boundary with them that you will feel from that process. And everybody needs to, make the choices that are right for them. But if you choose to welcome this person back in, go slow. Let them show you. Let them show you in the way they failed to show it to you before. Don't give up any stable part of your life, any part of your life that makes you feel good about yourself or proud or happy or content. Don't you give up any pieces of your life that produce those good feelings for you, for this person, without making them show you and show you for a long time. Because I feel like they've broken your heart, not once, but twice, not an insignificant amount of times or in an insignificant way. This person habitually put you down, disregarded you. Again, you came out blank. They still don't know you, no matter how much time passed. You're looking at this person as a possible counterpart, as somebody you're meant to have in your life, and they still don't know who you are. They still don't understand you. And it feels like, let this person, if they're really dedicated, right, because we all have free will, if they really want to be dedicated to getting close to you, to learning who you are, to be a significant part of your life, let them take as much time as they took breaking your trust, building it up again, and then some. The High Priestess reverse, your intuition will guide you exceedingly. Trust your intuition with this person, even if it's hard, even if it tells you something that feels bad, okay? Seven of Cups reverse. Yeah, there's a sense where any kind of illusion is being dropped here. So I think that's everything that I've got for you guys for right now. I hope this has been helpful. I know this was kind of heavy, but yeah, I am so happy you were here. I hope I get the chance to read for you again real soon. Take care, okay? All right, bye.